Hello, good evening. Welcome to the 12th edition of Public Presentation of Emerging Producers. But before we start, I have my honor and pleasure to announce to you the big project that we start as of this year. It's a new co-production project that Ji.hlava International Documentary Film Festival is starting with the partner of JB Films. And we plan to open the call with the allocated budget of 110,000 euros for the films from Central and Eastern Europe. The deadline for application, or actually no, we opened the call for application in February 2024, and in June 2024 you will know the results. We will select 3-4 films to be supported, and we really look forward to create great new documentary films that will speak to the world, which really needs it at the moment. So that's why we are here. And we selected 19 great emerging producers in the new edition 2024. We always select 17 European producers, and this year we have one producer from Qatar, and the guest country is the Philippines. They will come up on floor. There will be no moderation in between their presentation, so just one by one they will come in the alphabetical order. You can see the catalog through the QR, so you can see more information about them. And also the double page from their catalog will be on the screen while they'll have their presentation. Then we'll screen the trailer, and then the other one comes. So big support for our Emerging Producers 2024. Good luck. Have a nice evening.
Hello, I am not nervous at all. Thank you. My name is Shaima Al-Tamini, and I'm from Yemen, but I've never lived in my country. I grew up in the Emirates and then moved to Doha, where I've been living for the last decade. For 38 years, this pattern has been my story, and I come to realize that it is a very common one where I live because the majority of the population is made up of foreigners. I am excited to present to you the film that I'm currently working on, titled The Myth of Mahmoud. It is a creative and reflexive documentary I am producing and co-directing with my best friend Mayar Hamdan. We have been longtime collaborators, and this is the second time that we use film as a medium to unpack generational trauma through introspection, which is the word that represents a big part of my work. The film follows the story of Mayar's Palestinian family who made Doha or Qatar their home for the last 60 years. The story is led by her mother Amal, who is retiring soon, and once that happens, they will be faced with the dilemma of leaving, which continues the cycle of movement, or they fight to remain. We're currently in production, and I hope you enjoyed the little teaser that is going to be presented soon. And I look forward to connecting with you during my time in the festival or beyond. Thank you.
لا روحي ما تشوف ايوه بس اوكي بعدين ماما ماما اوكي فوتي انتي اقعدي جنب تيتا عشان نتصور يعني عكس تيتا اوكي اوكي. نسيت الصورة. اوكي. لا هيك. اوكي. تسمو. تيتا وجهي اسنانك جداد. وجهي اسنانك. وجهي اسنانك. وجهي اسنانك تيتا. اسنان ايوه. خليكي مبتسمة تيتا.
Hello, I'm Rita Balogh from Hungary. My work includes distributing, producing, and directing documentary films. All are important for me, and these approaches complement each other in my work. I co-founded Budapest International Documentary Festival, and at my company, Other Films, where my closest collaborators are my husband and my best friend. We develop innovative projects facilitating that documentaries get to their audiences. We produce international co-productions, also, and very importantly, minority co-productions as well. The topics are diverse, also the approaches, but what's important for us is that they have a specified target audience, and we have that in mind throughout the process. The clips that I'm going to show you now are from the footage of a coming-of-age documentary entitled Generation Uncertainty. The director is my husband, Peter Akar, and I'm co-director of the film that is for and about Generation Z. And our goal is to give a voice to them with this film that is about the emotional roller coaster of growing up through stories of love, friendships, hatred, betrayal, and hope in times when uncertainty is becoming the norm. Enjoy. Thank you.
Szomorú dolog, hogy sok ember meghal, de igazából inkább nagyon érdekes az, hogy milyen kérdéseket merít fel az emberekben, hogy
Benned milyen kérdéseket merít föl?
hát, hogy például hol van az emberi szabadságnak a korláta. Szóval, hogy megmondhatják, hogy mikor lehetsz kint és mikor nem.
Jó, de figyelj, Ábris, most végül is meg lehetnénk mi is bírságolva, nem?
Figyelj, igazából egyelőre még szerintem ezek eljárások szerint nem szabhatnak ki ránk.
De.
Bucó, nem az lényeg, hogy vitatkozz vele, hanem kérdéseket.
Jó, de most ez tök izgalmas.
Szerinted mi a legjobb az otthon maradásban?
Az, hogy mindenki kicsit megbékél, mindenki lelassul, és meg kell találni a békét önmagával, hogy ne örüljön meg mindenki teljesen.
Jó, de inkább mutass egy számot.
Ez az év is úgy tűnik el, kérdezem, de mégse felel. Aztán majd, ha dönteni kell, vigyázz rám. Vigyázz rám.
I'm Mariam Chachia, documentary filmmaker from Georgia. I'm founder documentary company Opiodoc and co-founder DOCA, Documentary Association Georgia. So I started my career in a documentary field with directing and producing my own films. But in 2016, when I won the next master's competition with my film at Doc Leipzig, so I met so many interesting international partners that I decided to produce the films of other directors and mainly the newcomers. My main interest in the films are the human stories, human psychology, and character-driven documentaries. Now I'm producing 3 new documentary films. Nana's Wind by Maradia Tsaba, which is about the woman who brought the light to the small town in Georgia with the performances, theater performances. Next Gen by Nick Voigt, about MMA fighter, and my own project with a long title, We Are the Granddaughter of a Witches You Couldn't Burn. So because of a lack of financing in Georgia, I always co-produce with the European partners. So I'm happy to collaborate again. And now I will show the trailer of my recent film, Magic Mountain, which was premiered this year at DocFest Munich. It's traveling around the world, and if you will be at TITFA, it will be screened in a section Best of Fest, and please come and watch if you're at TITFA. Thank you very much.
არასდროს მჯეროდა მოჩვენებების და ჯადოქრობების. სანამ შენ არ შეხვდი აბას თუმანო. პირველად ჩემი ღამის კოშმარებში გნახე. შვიდი წლის განმავლობაში ერთი და იგივე სიზმარს ვხედავდი. უცხო ხმები მესმის და უცნაური სახეები მასშტაბდებიან.
Он не выдержит.
Бог там ознакомился.
Отодвиньте, что вы света белого не видите, Боже мой.
მეშინია და ცივობში ვიხვეწებ. რატომ მეშინია შენი აბას თუმანო?
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Svetislav and I'm director and producer coming from Serbia. I'm here to present myself, obviously, and my company, Grade 3 Film, that I've established in 2017. So far, I've produced only films I've directed, but I'm here to expand my portfolio and try to work with other directors and other projects. As you see, speaking of portfolio, I choose dung beetle for my spirit animal. It's because I always admired how they're dedicated of making something out of crap, and that's what I'm trying to do all my life. I'm attracted to stories about the range people, about characters with inner struggles. So I'm gonna show you the clip of I'm People, I'm Nobody. That's the film we launched last year at Doc NYC. And it's a story about this kind of character, sex offender that is trying to reconnect with the world and come in terms with his own deeds. So enjoy it if you can. Thank you.
I was waiting for the bus, and there were some 5 teenage Polish girls waiting for the bus. The telephone rang in my laptop bag. I lifted the bag up and take the telephone, and while speaking, I heard them laughing, and I saw my penis get out from my shorts. They saw it, and they laughed at it. For the first time, I wasn't ashamed, I wasn't embarrassed. The fact that teenage girls see me, prove my existence and make me visible, makes me feeling alive. And that's how it started.
Good evening. I'm Orlane. I'm a French producer which is working and living in the small city called Tours, which is not so far from Paris, but which is also much quieter. And that's a fact that I love to work on projects that are not that quiet. I'm really thrilled tonight to present to you a project which represents quite well how I like to work as a collective on political and creative documentaries at the same time. This is a film called The Fortress, and it's still in development, but it's already changed a lot of things in my own life. The director is Roman Kozelek, and it's his first feature movie, but he already directed a lot of movies for NGOs. And now I'm myself a volunteer in an NGO thanks to him. The project will make you embrace the point of view of a European woman who received the testimony of a refugee. So with this teaser, I wish you a safe travel.
L'exilé avait parlé de sa joie depuis le port d'Uskudar sur la rive est d'Istanbul, en se disant que l'Europe était face à lui, toute proche de lui. Il avait parlé d'Agadez, où il a découvert que l'Europe commence au sud du désert du Sahara. Il avait parlé des longues journées de marche dans la forêt et des trajets en bus, quand il ne se faisait pas arrêter par la police. L'exilé parla aussi de Thessalonique, de toutes ses rencontres, de distribution de Mama Rosa entre les trains abandonnés et les maisons closes, et de la chambre que Mohamed s'était fabriquée avec des bureaux Ikea. Il se rappelait que c'est dans un squat de Velika Kladuša, à la frontière entre la Bosnie et la Croatie, que Mohamed lui avait expliqué que Dublin est la capitale de la Bulgarie. Il avait parlé de Soufiane, qui lui avait raconté, assis sur la plage de Melilla, qu'il avait nagé 10 heures, seul de nuit, pour entrer dans l'enclave espagnole. Il avait parlé des nuits dehors, des squats libres, des tarifs des passeurs, des chiens de garde-frontière. Il avait parlé de Orgoš en Serbie et de longues journées, assis par terre à côté de la laiterie abandonnée qui leur servait de refuge au milieu des champs, en attendant l'arrivée de la brume pour tenter le game vers la Hongrie. Ahmed lui avait décrit les barbelés électrifiés des clôtures hongroises et la violence des militaires, mais lui avait dit qu'il connaissait un autre chemin, plus sûr. Au fil de son histoire et de celle de ses compagnons de route, se dessinaient les murs de la forteresse Europe.
Good evening. My name is Cristina Hanes. I am from and based in Romania. I work in the creative documentary field as a producer and a director. 7 years ago, I co-founded No Cut Film Collective, based in Romania, India, and Italy, with filmmakers Isabella Rinaldi and Aria Rode. I also work as a producer with a Romanian production company called The Film. As a producer, I am interested in transgressive and formally daring films made in collaboration with filmmakers that are emerging like me from Asia, Latin America, and Eastern Europe. The collective setup has been really crucial in my trajectory so far, as a nurturing learning space where we experiment with film language and different production models. I would like to share with you tonight the teaser of our first feature-length creative documentary, A Rifle and a Bag, awarded at Rotterdam in 2020. This film is part of a longitudinal project of the collective. At the moment, we are in development with a sequel to this film, co-directed and co-produced by the three filmmakers of the collective. These films map the forms of resistance of Somi, an indigenous woman who surrendered from the ongoing Maoist guerrilla movement from India called the Naxalite movement. I hope you will enjoy the teaser. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Monica, and I'm a Mexican film producer based in Sweden. I have an academic background with a focus on post-colonial and cinema studies, and I'm passionate about questions of identity, racism, and political resistance, which are the themes that I explore in the films that I produce with my company, Promfilm. I chose the word challenge because I like to make films that are challenging in the sense that maybe for some they might seem impossible to make, but also because I like to make films that challenge norms by adding a diversity of voices and stories. And the clip you're going to watch now is a teaser of my upcoming film called Reflection, in which directors Mina Du and Farah Yusuf take us into their struggle against racism in Sweden. And with this film, we want to inspire a whole generation of young Swedes, especially those with a migration background, to take space and to challenge the norms about race and sexuality. And the film is in post-production, and we hope that we will have the premiere in 2024. Thank you for your attention.
Kroppar med oddsen i sig.
Kroppar med avstånden i sig.
Kroppar med språken i sig.
Det blir spegelvänt.
Vad ska vi börja då?
Ja, men vi börjar väl, vi hoppar väl in direkt då.
Rätt in i, vad heter det?
Det är väl den här rotlöshetskänslan. Vi är aldrig hemma någonstans, men ändå är vi hemma överallt.
Nej men Mina, vi är på väg nu, känner du det? Tuff, 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 tuff. Tuff, tuff, tuff.
Du gör ju inte reklam för utlänningar direkt, det kan jag inte säga.
Någon jävla importerad kinesisk fallis.
Sverigedemokraterna ökade mest av alla partier.
Trots att bladen i våra pass inte rymmer oss. Alla hem fråntagits oss. Trots att bläcket alltid tar slut. Blir jag mer med dig.
Vad är den brinnande önskan? Vi kanske ska
Ja, men alltså en bättre värld för fan.
Ja, det är ju det.
Det är ju det, men vi kan ju inte skriva med bättre värld för det låter ju som att vi är idioter.
Ja.
Hello, I'm Veronika Janatková with my company Pandistan. I'm based here in the Czech Republic. I have been in films for more than 15 years, producing, directing. I have started and programmed a festival. And the topics I choose are mainly social, political driven, often touching human rights, often from authoritarian regimes. I worked on justice and fight for justice in global supply chain, or with feminist movements in Rwanda 20 years after the genocide. I believe that through film, one can perceive and consider the society around differently and pay attention to those that are not in power. Or it can be fuel for action, like you will see in the clip that I brought. It's from film Panic Button by Samara Saginbayeva, Kyrgyzstani Czech co-production. Samara and her husband Ali have risked their life to fight for freedom and free speech in post-Soviet Kyrgyzstan. We are in post-production and looking for premiere in 2024. Thank you.
Ben mesela yılsam 700 milyondan aşık edetler oturma akçam.
700 milyon Amerika doları mı?
700 milyon Amerika dolarından aşağı.
Кыргызстандан чыгарылган 700 миллион долларга бир тууган Матраимовдордун тиешеси бар деген маалыматты фин полициясы текшерет.
Парламентте дагы, өкмөттө дагы, сиздерди дагы эл сөгүп жатат.
Элдин бардыгы Алини иштин вали деп атат.
Таасир этсе бул менин жашоом ушул, журналисттик ишмердигим ушул. Апам мага калтыргылачы аны чечкенди.
Korrupsiyasiz Kırgızstan! Korrupsiyasiz Kırgızstan!
Korrupsiyasiz Kırgızstan!
Beş, toxtay! Ne için? Teröristler! 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 Teröristler!
Hello everyone, my name is Isabella Karhu. I'm a Finnish filmmaker. I work as a producer, director and writer, and 8 years ago I co-established our own production company called Danish Bear Productions. My last name Karhu actually means bear, and as you can see for my totem animal, I chose the bear. And sometimes I think that I even look like a bear, luckily not at the moment, but I also aspire to be as strong and calm as bears are. And for my one word, I chose the word thrill, since when deciding which films to produce, I feel that thrill is the feeling I need to feel, so I know that this is a film that resonates with me deeply and that I want to produce this. Thrill is also what I felt when first-time director Tanja Andersson first introduced us her idea for a short documentary film about a day in Mormon missionary's life. We didn't get to do the short film, but instead we got to do a feature-length version instead that spanned 2 years of time. The mission premiered at Sundance last year, and since then it has screened at festivals such as Gothenburg, Zurich, and Thessaloniki, and it was also our first international co-production. I hope you'll enjoy the trailer of The Mission. Thank you.
That's rough. Yeah.
It says it in the scriptures. It says every able young man should serve a full-time mission.
I'm so excited for it. I will be apart from my family for 18 months, whole new country, whole new people, preaching the gospel nonstop. My name tag! There you go, that's awesome!
This is paradise.
This is the map of our area. You should have it memorized by tomorrow.
You're gonna work. When somebody slams the door, I'm gonna go to the next door.
Mitä sinulle kuuluu?
I'm gonna love the people and gonna bring them back into the church.
Joo, mä uskon Jeesukseen, mutta mä en usko teidän oppiin. Oletteko te ollut ihan lapsissa saakka mormoneja?
Joo.
Just joo.
A lot of people only see the one side of things. They only see us out on the streets, but they don't see what we actually go through.
This religion that I've come to love so much, it's something that has taken a lot of time for me to trust that these things are true.
Yksin eläviä Suomessa on tosi paljon. Pääsen teidän kanssa lauantaina viettää aikaa. Jotenkin se antaa merkitystä elämälle.
I don't know if I can do this for a year and a half.
Olemme kiitollisia tästä mahdollisuudesta, joka meillä on palvella yhdessä.
There's going to be 1,000 things that make you different from the people over there. But there's one very important thing that you have in common, and that is that you're a child of God.
Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Kaske. I was born in East Germany. I live in Berlin. This is also where I registered my company. But other than that, I would actually identify more as an international producer. I'm very passionate about personal, poetic and political films from the MENA region and Africa. Being highly aware of the North-South power restrictions of these constellations, I try to implement fairer and more ethical ways of co-production. I brought you with you the project The Night Still Smell of Gunpowder by Mozambican director Hernandéz, in which he talks about the civil war. But actually what brought me to the project was not so much the topic of the war, but how Hernandéz is tackling this big topic of a war through his poetry and cinema in itself. It's a 6-country co-production and we finished it by the end of the year, so enjoy.
No meio da noite, tu me despertavas para fugirmos. A aldeia estava sob ataque de bandidos armados. Mas eu não percebia assim. Eram fogos de artifício, dizias tu. Ainda hoje consigo ouvir o barulho dos estrondos que os fuzis causavam. As noites ainda cheiram a pólvora. Estar outra vez perto de ti, rodeado de escuridão, silêncio e incertezas, faz-me pensar no quão frágil e fragmentada se tornou a tua memória. Na esperança de captar o silêncio, o cheiro, os contos de fadas, trago comigo a luz do cinema para iluminar todos os nossos medos. O que é que achas desta locação?
Acho que funciona. Só temos é que ter cuidado por onde é que pisamos.
Estás a querer dizer que andam aqui minas antipessoais?
A guerra aconteceu aqui.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristine Kintana. I'm a Filipino filmmaker and I have been working with Lav Diaz and Kavin for more than 15 years now. Some of them have been, they have had films in Ji.hlava, and like Kavin even had a retrospective here, like his first ever retrospective was here like 17 years ago. In the catalog, the colors that I chose are green and pink because those are the colors of the political party, the president and vice president, that I supported during last year's national elections. But then the other party won, and then now the president of the Philippines is the son and namesake of the former dictator. So it's crazy. But how do you say this? The film that I'm presenting right now is called H for Hoax. It's gonna be directed by the Filipino punk author Kavin. So thank you.
The truth. That could change history.
The tribe that never won.
Who are the Tasadai? The answer depends on who you ask. You'll either hear that they're a group of leaf-wearing, Stone Age, tool-using cave dwellers who believed they were the only people in the world. Or you'll hear that they're fraud farmers forced to pose as a Stone Age tribe by powerful politicians. What's the truth? There is no simple answer. Let's start with the version that the world first heard. The Tasadai is a tribe from the Stone Age discovered in 1971.
There are a few words in the Tasadai language that you should know. The first word is chi, which means wow,
which means
oh boy,
which means
holy smokes.
The New York Times called them noble savages who knew no word for the sea or other people because they had never seen them.
The second word is oho, that means affirmative. That's right, that's correct, yes sir.
National Geographic ran a 32-page feature titled The Gentle Tasadai, a Stone Age people in the Philippine rainforest. Soon, anthropologists, reporters, and even celebrity visitors were flying out to the Tasadai's jungle home.
They didn't know there was a country. They didn't know there was a sea. I liked the people. I liked all of them.
Visits to the tribe were initially strictly policed and then eventually forbidden for 9 years.
Good evening, everyone.
My name is Oleksandra Kravchenko. I'm a producer and a partner in Moonman Production based in Kyiv, Ukraine. I chose aspiration is the word for the catalog because I like its meaning combines not only strong desire to achieve something, but an action to do so. And I aspired to be a producer after almost a decade of wearing different hats in film industry, a film critic, a communications director of film festival and distribution company, and even a coordinator of professional events for Ukrainian documentary filmmakers. But naturally, my strongest aspiration at the moment is that the war and occupation in Ukraine ends and the people and the state responsible for the war crimes are punished. And thank you so much. And yeah, you know, of course, that Russian war on Ukraine continues to bring death and despair, but you know, also it helped to bring in a lot of us something better in ourselves. And the film that I want to present to you today is one of such cases. It's called One Day I Wish to See You Happy by emerging young director Marina Nikolcheva. And it is an extremely intimate portrait of a relationship of two filmmakers to whom the war brought separation, but also a chance to grow closer than ever. And what I like the most about this film is that the documenting itself becomes here a language of love. Enjoy the trailer and thank you.
Скучаю очень. Скоро начну совсем скучать. Ну, правда.
Я не успеваю переводить фокус. Я вонючая жена.
Потом они все вместе. Я как раз сижу, жду.
Боже мой,
бойся.
Я забыла, как выйти. У меня нет твой портрет. Как я это делаю? Мне больше не только глаза, мне и все. Мне больше ничего не надо. Вот. Этот фокус, конечно.
Черепаха. Заебала. Нахуй кино. Блядский фокус. О.
Я очень соскучилась.
Я. Букольчева, ты как 3 года назад.
Я тоже.
Я люблю. А ты звук пишешь?
Да.
Молодец.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kaleo La Belle. I'm a filmmaker and producer from Switzerland, based in Zurich. As you might be wondering, Kaleo, if Kaleo is a typical Swiss name, it's not. I was born in the jungles of Maui, Hawaii in the early 1970s to a hippie community. In 2010, I made a film called Beyond This Place. It was about the absence of my father. It won at Vision de Riel, as well as the Krakow Film Festival. I'm going to show you a clip, and it's from a young award-winning Swiss director named Matteo Pecorara. Matteo is interested and concerned about why men seem to be not be able to speak about their feelings. At least that's how he feels about himself and the other men in his family. So we are in early production, late development. We are looking for an international co-production partner. So if you're interested in the project, please come and talk to me afterwards.
Seit ich mich erinnern kann, habe ich Gefühle in mir, für die ich keine Worte habe. Kommen sie auf, mache ich zu. Auch mein Nonno war so. Immer wieder flüchtete er mit seiner Kamera in die Ferne. Jahre nach seinem Tod entdecke ich seine Diabilder im Keller. Die Bilder lassen mich nicht mehr los. Ich breche auf, um ihnen zu folgen. Auf meiner Reise treffe ich auf Männer, die sich in Schweigen hüllen. Con tuo figlio non parli più?
No, anzi l'ho cancellato proprio. Confronto, non ce l'hai più.
Unter Männern wird auch in meiner Familie nicht über Emotionen gesprochen. Doch das Schweigen hat seine Folgen. Während mein Vater schwieg, plante er sich das Leben zu nehmen. Tutto quello che è successo, ne parli con qualcuno? O?
No, non ne ho voglia di parlarne.
Ich kann meine Gefühle nicht weiter aufstauen.
Io credo che questo muro lascia passare tutti i muri buoni e l'emozione è una cosa che secondo me va espressa.
Doch wie finde ich einen Ausdruck für etwas, das schon ein Leben lang im Stummen blieb? Zusammen mit meinem Vater gehe ich an den Ort, wo er das Unaussprechliche versuchte. Können wir dort unser Schweigen brechen?
Good evening. My name is Fabrizio Maltese. I'm Italian. Born from the small and very multicultural Grand Duchy of Luxembourg. I've been told that I am the first emerging producer from my small country. I have a background of 15 years in celebrity portrait photography. Celebrities are very nice to work with, but they live on a different planet, and suddenly one day one frame was not enough anymore. So I wanted to tell different stories with more frames. That's why I started making documentaries. I made 5 feature film to date. They premiered at different festivals, including Thessaloniki, Palm Springs, and Tallinn. In 2019, December, with a very good sense of timing, I founded my production company, Jolie Rideau, just before the pandemic. not only to produce my own films, but also to help other filmmakers to find their voices. The film I'd like to introduce, it's called The Recreation. It's a hybrid documentary by the six-time Oscar nominee Jim Sheridan with David Merriman. When I spoke the first time with Jim, I felt his passion for this project and the urgency. And I decided to get on board based on that. He wanted to understand his own motivation to tell a story that haunted him for more than 10 years. But the form wasn't clear at that moment. After months of conversations, we're about to shoot a documentary in a studio which represents a netherworld. Just in just 2 weeks, sorry. And the main character is a ghost opposite death. I'm pleased to share with you Jim Sheridan's vision for this film. Thank you.
You may not know, but I've spent my whole life in fiction. I started in the theatre, making plays, and I want to use what I've learned over 40 years to interrogate the facts around the brutal murder of Sophie Toscan-Laplantier. In order to make this hybrid fact and fiction story, I have to put myself on the line. I'm going to play the part of Orpheus, descending into Hades to bring Sophie back to life. But to do this, I have to make a pact with death. He agrees to lend Sophie to me for a couple of hours to see if she can regain her memory and her voice brutally interrupted by her savage murder. But the condition is that he does his best to stop me finding out the truth and revealing who is the killer behind the mask. And if at the end of the story I don't find out who killed Sophie, death will sing us off and dance into the twilight happily. Actors always ask the director, what's my motivation? And unfortunately, I've had to ask myself, what is my motivation in pursuing this story for over a decade? And there are many parts of my life that reveal themselves to me. The death of my brother, my mother's birth when her mother died giving birth to her. And I want to use all of this personal narrative to explore how the Irish, and me in particular, deal with narrative truth.
Hi, my name is Liis Nimik. I'm a producer from Estonia, from a company called Clara Films. And my background is in film editing, fiction editing. And what got me into documentary producing around 10 years ago was this necessity of a safe space for documentary filmmakers to practice this kind of uncompromised creativity. And I believe that the poetry that is born in this safe space is the basis of balance and peace in our societies. And the clip that I'm going to show today is from a 2020 film that premiered at Hot Docs. The title was A Loss of Something Ever Felt, and it was a co-production with Colombia. The director, Carlos Lesmes, was approached by Eva, the main character of this film, and she needed help to find her brother from Bogota. And Carlos ended up helping Eva and also helping himself immensely with that film. And why I chose this moment that you are going to see is the fact that for a long time Carlos believed that he missed that important story moment. He couldn't capture it. But with the help of cinema language, I think it ended up being one of the most beautiful moments in the film. So enjoy. Thank you.
Después que damos el reporte, hacemos la verificación de fotografías de cadáveres en condiciones no identificadas.
Okay, so
Antes de
after the
enviarles.
report, we will look at the photographs.
Oh, today?
It's part of the process.
Recuerde que igual las fotografías son de cuerpos frescos, ¿sí? Que se puedan mostrar, o sea, también tenemos descompuestos que no van a estar allí. Ok. Muy bien.
I just watched dead bodies and trying to think that if the next page is going to be my brother or not.
But it's part of the process and we needed the report.
Most likely nothing happens even with this report.
Yeah. Anyway, they said we should come back before we leave and take another look.
And I don't think the police is going to find it. They take the file like Estonian police. They say yes, we do our best. They put it in their folder. They put it in their drawer, and that's it. They're not going to go and look for him on the streets. So this police thing is just a formality. It's useless. We all know that they're not going to find Lauri. Even if they, in their head, they think that they will, but they won't find him because they don't have resources. They have 7 people gets missing in Bogota every day. That's just one of them. It's just the statistics.
Hello everyone, I'm Ed. I'm a filmmaker from London. I've been producing and directing films for about 12 years through my company Postcode Films. The films I like to work on are character-led and long-term observational in style. They often focus on families, using the intimacy and humour in those relationships to explore bigger themes. Some of my features have included working with 2 elderly Indian brothers, learning to love each other again after 40 years apart, father and son grappling with literacy in suburban London, and my latest project with debut director Kit Vincent, who's coming to terms with his own mortality. That film's called Red Herring. It's been screening at festivals throughout this year. It was backed by Sundance, BFI and France Télévisions, amongst others. And we'll also be showing at IDFA alongside Mariam's film, so please come and watch them both in the Best of Fest section next month. Anyway, hope to meet some of you around in Ji.hlava, and please enjoy meeting my latest film family in the trailer for Red Herring.
Hi, Dad.
Okay.
I'm recording you.
I just remember kind of falling forwards and then everything going black. The doctor said it's a brain tumour and it's terminal. My parents were both with me when they told me that. And then I just look at my dad. He just passed out on the floor and had a heart attack. No one really wants to talk about death, but I guess that's what I remind them of.
Yeah, I can see myself. I'm not an idiot.
I'm like the Grim Reaper.
Has your opinion of what happens to you after you die changed?
I'm actually concentrating on this writing.
Will you get a new boyfriend when I die?
We've entered into this parallel universe, lurching from one existentialist crisis to another.
That's the bit that gets you stoned.
When there's a real trauma, an engagement on a deeper level is required.
Hello everyone, I'm Matteo Pecorara from Italy, and I founded Small Boss in 2014. Since then we were fully committed with documentaries. We produced 12, much more are in development, in production, and the last 2 years we started developing also our first animation feature and our first fiction film. I like to say that I prefer co-develop instead of co-producing, because experience suggested to me that the best movie I did are those in which I had the opportunity to work together with passionate people since the very beginning. And this is the reason why I decided to show you a couple of trailers from our latest, short trailers from our latest co-production. The first one is At Bet, directed by Matteo Ferrarini. This is a story of two men and a woman in exile that 10 years after the Egyptian revolution still fight for the future they dreamed of. A story of resistance, like the word I choose for the catalog. The second one is That Land You Belong, the debut film of Elena Rebecca Carini, a co-production with Romania, which was premiered in Krakow last May. And this is the story of Elena, which was adopted when she was 6 months old. And when she found she has a brother, they decided to start a road trip to their homeland to find out who they truly are. This is a story of belonging that teach me the importance of being part of a bigger family. So enjoy the thriller.
يخلص بس الوباء ده ونتقابل.
يمكن في يوم من الأيام تتغير. أكيد هتغير. مع التغير الأحسن. ولازم الدنيا بس تسود أكتر قبل ما تتحسن. يعني it gets worse before it gets better.
Per un attimo è stato come se spazio e tempo si fossero fermati. Due universi sono entrati in collisione, creando uno strano paradosso.
Capito, sei la ricerca di sua stesso, di se stesso.
What are you also expecting? From me, from my side. You were expecting this moment for a long time.
I'm not expecting. I was waiting this moment. It's a big difference to wait the moment and to expect this moment, you know?
You
Eu vou direct româncă. Poate fi să 50 de ani în Italia.
Quello che non mi ero mai immaginata era diventare sorella di qualcuno. Ho sempre pensato che essere fratelli fosse una cosa per gli altri.
Good evening. My name is Adrianna Rędzia, and I am creative producer based in Warsaw. I am a graduate of Łódź Film School, Doc Incubator, and Biennale College Cinema. I'm very excited to be here on that stage. 1 year ago, I was presenting The Forest by Lidia Duda. Then we won New Visions Award for the most European project. But today I'm coming with something different. Film I Am One of Them, directed by Nadim Sulejman, Syrian filmmaker living in Poland. For me, the most important thing is my personal connection to the story, to the filmmakers, to the protagonists. Thanks to that connection, I can fully engage and believe that we can actually change something. I decided to join Nadim not only because we are a couple and racism is our everyday life, but we want to prove that two completely different men can communicate and actually became more than enemies. Now let's watch the trailer and thank you.
Uśmiechaj się.
Proszę o wystąpienie pełnomocnika Ruchu Narodowego na województwo lubuskie pana Grzegorza Rukowskiego.
Nie obiecujemy wam gruszek na wierzbie. Deklarujemy, że będziemy stać na straży tożsamości narodu polskiego w zachodniej, narażonej na bezpośredni wpływ unijnego multikulturalizmu części Polski.
Palcem wskazującym
Ten, aha.
łapiesz tutaj, tak o, nie?
No.
Żyłkę, wtedy otwierasz ten kabłąk, nie?
To jest, aha, bo jak jest tu, to jest zamknięte.
Jak tak, to jest zamknięte.
Dostawić czy już ściągać?
Ale od zawsze mówiłeś po polsku?
Nie, nigdy. Przed nim tu przyjechałem.
Czyli co, 3 lata czy więcej?
W sensie, czułem się rok.
Rok.
No skąd ja pochodzę, wiesz o reinkarnacji na przykład.
Tak?
No.
No.
Bo też nie są do końca muzułmanami, nie?
Nie są do końca muzułmanami. No to kim są?
Alawici?
Aha.
Sam nie wiem.
Aha. A jesteś jednym z nich?
Bella.
Hey there. Hi, I'm Matteo. I'm a producer from Slovakia, based in Bratislava. The production company I co-run is called Gucha Films. A recent film, Notes from a Remo Scene, directed by my company partner Veronika Janatková, whom I collaborate with closely, premiered this year Berlinale in Forum, and I would like to invite you to watch it also here at the Ji.hlava, where is the part of the Czech competition. To describe my approach to filmmaking, I chose the word borderline. I think for me in my work the borderline or the border is the territory where many interesting things can happen. I like to work on hybrid films. On one hand, I enjoy to work on development a lot. I like to co-develop my projects For sure, it can be tough sometimes, but it stimulating me, which I need to move on. And on the other hand, since I have also background in the distribution, I co-founded Film Expanded Distribution company. I have a fetish in marketing. And yeah, tonight I would like to share with you the teaser for my currently late development project that's called World of Walls. It's being directed by award-winning Slovak director Lucia Kašová, and it shows the current reality of South Africa that can be possibly or most probable our future reality. So yeah, let's watch the teaser and then have a drink. Thank you.
What you see now is the result of a 3-year-long drought. Population who live in shanties and townships use less than 5% of the water. It's people who live first world lifestyles who are having to change their behavior.
Situated in the leafy suburb of Midstream Estate boasts a village-like feel with an incredible array of amenities, from education to recreation.
Outside of
Look, we're showing our estate on the breakfast show.
And the security fence, there are 24-hour roaming guards. There is even a helicopter.
The Earth currently is 2 degrees Celsius warmer, heading towards 2.2 degrees. The worst affected has been our water supply, which has made many nations immigrate to other countries. Animals, on the other hand, cannot move around like people can, and they are the ones that have been affected the most.
We're having a problem of shortage of water, right? Shortage of electricity. The diseases in our country, right? So this thing is affecting us negatively, right?
The earth will be completely laid waste, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth is so polluted by its inhabitants, for they transgressed laws, violated statuses, and broke their covenant. The inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and a few men are left. But here's the good news. God has promised that He's going to give us a new heaven and a new earth, where the righteous will dwell. So God is going to take His people, and you're one of His people, right? Because you believe in Him. So we can't be scared, right?